Now more than ever, Lowe's knows you don't just want a low price, you want the lowest price. And with our lowest price guarantee, you can count on us for competitive prices on all your home improvement projects. If you find a qualifying lower price somewhere else on the same item, we'll match it. Lowe's, we help, you save. Price match applies the same item, current price at qualifying retailers. Exclusions and terms apply. Learn how we'll match price at lowes.com/lowest price guarantee.
You complete me like air and water, boy, I need thee. And when I'm in your arms, I feel free. Falling, my head's up in the clouds. In love, I'm proud to say it loud. Like an accident, it happened. Out of nowhere, it just happened. And I ain't mad at all because
falling, head over heels, I'm falling. In love with you, I'm falling. And I can't get up, don't wanna get up because of love. Wah-ha, wah-ha-ha-ha, wah-ha-ha, wah-ha-ha-ha, wah-ha-ha, wah-ha-ha-ha, wah-ha-ha-ha.
Oh gosh. Hey everybody, welcome Black. Welcome Black.
Yeah, that too.
Guess who Black in the house?
I was gonna finish that with something vulgar, so I won't.
Oh no. Welcome back to the Blackest Show About Nothing. It's Jaden XD. I'm your host, XD, aka the Chuck D of homosexuality, aka homo without a what?
Pause,
nigga. AKA the get F-Y white, cause nigga, we all got pain. AKA Fagnificent. AKA Hoisha. The new way is starting, it's me. AKA your auntie's favorite auntie. AKA Mr. Swing Low, no chariot. AKA the black gay mod. Lady Godiva was a freedom rider. AKA Dank Mitchell, cause I be on Saturn. AKA the gay Mary Poppins because I'm practically perfect in every way. AKA Homa la Flor, Tanta Amor. AKA Y'all fags and penis. AKA Barbara Streisand. People who need people. AKA Mr. 19% because every day should have at least 19% of me. AKA the male Donnie McClure can catch it. AKA I'm every woman is all in me. AKA Shirley, the drag queen. That's spelled Surly. AKA Star because I bring me. AKA Oil Tycoon, True Paul Charles. And AKA Bread Quanda because if I can't reach the base, honey. Get that dick out my face.
I am Jade, a.k.a. the Mary Jane Mami, a.k.a. Jade de todo Hades, a.k.a. la señorita problemática favorita, a.k.a. Ursula, keep singing, a.k.a. the Princess of Pan-Africanism, a.k.a. Griselda Negra, a.k.a. Kathy Bakes, a.k.a. the Big Mama of Brewster Place, a.k.a. negative 19% because nobody needs any of me, aka the Black Mrs. Frizzle, aka Noah's former landlord, aka Carnitas Bay, aka Jadificent, aka the Doobie Sister, aka One a Masterpiece, 2 with 3 hoochies, aka DL Hughley, drag mother extraordinaire, aka Sardine Sargento, aka formerly Anchovy Davenport, now Anchovy Halibut, cause I'm serving fish, honey, aka War, huh. What I am? Nothing. I don't remember what.
Yeah, you're not. What is she good for? Absolutely not.
Forgot my own name. Shit. Dank Mitchell. I should steal that.
Dank Mitchell, because I stay at Saturn, nigga.
Dank Mitchell, because I too have a flat top. I don't know.
Right.
I don't know.
Because I too have called my daughter a hoe.
Not yet. They call the people love me.
I know. Ooh, child. Ooh.
Things will not get easier. How are you?
No. I didn't get much sleep last night. I was tossing and turning. I think it's because the planets are fuck niggin'. So they, they impact your sleep patterns and stuff like that. But, but also I need to take in personal accountability because I was just, I'm just tired. And I need a break.
Yeah.
Durant was like, stop putting all this shit on the planets. They ain't did nothing to you.
I know. Ancestors is like, girl, we can't send you no messages if you don't go to sleep.
Right. So yeah, I'm I have a little headache, but otherwise the week was okay. Just work week, still quarantining. I'm tired of like going on these adventures trying to go buy things in store when everything is sold out. So like I went all the way to Hollywood yesterday to Bed Bath and Beyond to find a whole bunch of things, and I ended up only coming out with a shower curtain liner.
Bed Bath and Beyond was out of stuff?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, it's the sign of the times. Wow.
Yeah. Like, we were just in there like, what the
nigga, they don't be out of stuff.
Listen, apparently the one in Hollywood I was like, oh well.
I'm sorry. It's people like myself who are killing brick and mortars.
Yeah, and I will say, like, the Walgreens by my Cribbington they've been putting up Lysol wipes.
Oh.
Right, so Lysol wipes is back, but not the actual, spray.
Really? Because I got a big ass thing of Lysol and Mr. Clean and Bleach, and I've not had any trouble finding my disinfectants. I actually have disinfectant for like the next. I'm not gonna say that.
Well, I still need that hospital grade shit you got. But
I sent you the link, nigga.
No, you didn't.
Yes, I did.
Well, resend it. I was by it today. But like, yeah, that's literally my week. How was your that? And I'm waiting that, and I hate fucking I was just telling you FedEx and shit. Like, I hate XD's Corner.
Yeah, go ahead.
It's not even.
Please.
I cannot stand all of these delivery services. And by delivery services, I mean FedEx, UPS, and the United States Postal Service. Not because of the work that they do, but for the lack of work they do, or the extraness of the work they do to get out of work. Because it's like, you don't have to lie and say that you have my package. You could deliver it the next day.
I know, acting like Tupac on Poetic Justice. Y'all just the worst mailman ever.
Like, yeah, like, it's okay if you didn't want to work today. It's cool, boo.
Just say
but
it.
Don't tell me, don't rain on me and don't piss on me and tell me it's rain.
Nah.
Like, they literally said, we missed you. No, you didn't. You see, my door is right here.
I hate when they lie like that.
Like, nobody called, nobody text, nobody phoned a hoe, nobody text a faggot. It's literally like you just decided to write my name upon a sticky and put it on the glass door of my building when you could have just gave me my package. The elevator was working. And also you could have just, the little last stairs, live on the first floor. So
nigga,
like,
I told you when they delivered our LLC stuff, that was supposed to be by signature, and they left it downstairs. And even worse, my sister got a whole fucking cake delivered to me and Tristan for our anniversary. The thing says perishable, fragile, all kinds of shit on it. Guess where they put it? Downstairs. Didn't even try to bring it to the door. Shut up! You doing all of that in a goddamn Sonata. So fucking annoying.
oh my gosh. But yeah, like, come on, guys. Like, just don't lie.
Y'all
Just
lazy.
say like, hey, I'm not delivering this shit today. You'll get it tomorrow.
Yeah,
okay.
Or just say, listen, I know I'm on my shift, but I was trying to go fuck a bitch. I'm trying to sneak off, for a cool 20.
Right.
So I'm going to just leave this note here. I might be okay with that. I'm not going to cock block. Or just, like, come back and deliver my shit tomorrow. Something. I don't know. Nigga, don't just be leaving my shit awry and lying.
Right. Or don't lie and say that you coming and you're not.
Also,
don't be a black daddy.
Don't be a black plug. No, they always come. They just be coming like 2 hours late.
Anywho, we have any announcements this week?
If you're listening to this, that means you switched over to Spotify.
Yeah.
This is the only place to listen. So thank you all for obliging. Continue to spread the good news, spread the cheer. Shout out to everybody who's been posting about us on social media. You know what I'm saying? Shouting us out and just actually doing the work. Thank you all for also following instructions and following Jaden XD on Spotify, as well as listening to the show here. So make sure you continue to tell a friend, tell a friend, tell a friend. And I do have an announcement.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So Santana and I will be coming to Los Angeles. Let me explain this very clearly.
Oh, yes.
We will be fulfilling the tickets for the Dopest Dinner Party for ticket purchasers from May. And we are going to have other tickets available. How this is going to work, it is a Dopest Dinner pickup. Okay, which will come with a very cool cocktail to go, a 3-course meal to go, your own for the culture merch, and it will be a staggered pickup. It will be scheduled. There will be disinfectant. It's an outside only pickup. It will be disinfected and vary on a schedule. So this is literally just a pickup. You must be in a mask. If you have any signs of illness or anything, you please do not come and pick up your meal because we are trying to do this as safe as possible while also making sure that we honor everybody. So that is how it will go down. All of that will be explained on the social media, so make sure you check for that. But we're just trying to figure out how to navigate in the new normal and be as safe as possible. So I said I will get my COVID tests. I don't go nowhere. I am a heavy quarantiner. I mean, I went to the farm, but
Yeah.
y'all know what I mean. And, we want to make sure we do this very, very safe, and we're taking every precaution necessary. We don't want to put anybody in jeopardy by having a public event, not even outside. So it will be a pickup. It will be an outside pickup. You must wear a mask. We will wear masks, gloves, all of that, and everything will be disinfected in between pickups. So all that.
I'll be there in a hazmat suit.
Yes, he will. And off in the background.
Like I was last time, slumped in a corner.
That's it.
Shout out to OJ and Steenie for helping.
I have to listen. Santana and I go deliver. We're gonna deliver the meals like old girl on Love After Lockup through the door. We're gonna be talking. I'm gonna be like, pick up your meal, Miley Grace, right here. I wish I could come out, but I can't. Ankle monitor,
right.
But. No, but we want to make sure, we give you all something special while also being safe and all of that. So make sure you stay tuned. So we got that. I got a bunch of shit coming up. So I've been working till like 5 a.m. and I am tired. Tired. You see Cocktails in La Costa slowed a bit. It's because I've been working on some other things, but it's coming back. And we got more food videos and just more content to roll out for you all. So that's all I got.
Yeah. For me, I definitely got all your emails for all the equipment stuff, and I will be responding that this week and next week because it's a lot. So it's like first come, first serve. Also, XD, Xavier Delo, is looking for a video editor. Yes. Because I'm growing, and so I need my own personal, not necessarily a videographer. However, if you're in the LA area, we could talk, but otherwise, just a video editor. It is paid. It is not one of those exposure things. It is a paid position. It's yeah. So if you're interested, email me at xd@thexdexperience.com. No need to email jadenxd@gmail because that's only for jadenxd@gmail. Yes. Same thing for Jade Stew. Email her directly. No, if you have any questions, we could put our emails and stuff in the descriptions wherever you're listening, on Spotify where you're listening. But yeah, try to send it to those specific, or hit us up on our individual websites. That'll definitely help. Is there anything else I need to say? Again, yeah, thank you for switching over to Spotify. We do have an announcement at some point, but we'll wait. How about the show? About what we learned this week?
Maybe not. I don't know.
Yeah, we'll talk about it at some point. Yeah, but anyway, today we have a fun episode planned. Easy. What is that?
Nigga,
was that traffic?
It's like all kinds of madness and mayhem outside. I am disgusted.
Right. Oh, also remember to subscribe to Patreon.
Yes.
Patreon is, we have a Wang Dang Doodle on here, but we have a, we go see the big fun on Patreon.
Okay, it is wretched.
Yeah. Somebody asked if they could pay extra to hear the shit that we have to
Hell
say.
no, I don't trust you like that.
Yeah. Yeah, come on over. We talk shit about your faves on the internet on Patreon. If you figure it out, you good. We talk shit about... Yeah, it's a good Wang Dang Doodle.
It's a good time. It's a good time.
Yeah. But we'll be back with 90 Day Fiancé the other way.
Ooh.
And, yeah. And hit it, Claude.
After these messages, we'll be right back.
This is the blackest show about nothing.
This is Jade and XD. I'm Jade.
And I'm XD.
The show is two best friends talking about anything and everything.
And sometimes we have awesome people on, like Crystal and Kid Fury from The Read.
When I was in high school, there was this girl in my computer's class with me. I wish I could remember her name so I could apologize. But I just used to call her Atrocious, as, a pet name, because... Hey, Atrocious! Being someone who was constantly the butt of a joke or picked on or whatever, I just saw this opportunity to make fun of somebody else, and I did it.
Somebody needs to do a study into silver teeth and the link between the silver tooth to prison pipeline.
Yeah, silver tooth to prison pipeline.
And New York Times bestselling author Michael Arsenault.
And Mama kept trying to interject at any moment that she could sing, and it was like, beloved, you're not even the best singer on stage. The girl from Destiny's Child is with the Platinum Soul album. It's like, not you.
And of course, there's us,
Jade
and XD.
You can listen to new podcast episodes every week on Fridays.
Listen to Jade and XD
for free on Spotify. And we're back.
Yeah.
I don't know what that was. So 90 Day Fiancé, the other way. Nigga.
I will say, if you know, you know, Pimp C would be proud.
Yeah.
If you know what I know, if you know what I mean.
Yeah.
He would be proud of Jihoon.
Would.
Yeah.
Yeah. Would.
Nasty nigga.
Yeah, he would.
Yeah. Everybody was on when this episode.
Actually, Jihoon's not nasty, was what we learned. But we'll get to that.
Well, I mean, basically, when he asked Devin the new nose.
I was tickled boots at that conversation, but we will get to that. Who do you want to start with?
Let's get my so-called life out the way.
Oh, child, because that was emotional, honey. Let me tell you something. I got emotional. They got emotional. They got big emotional.
I guess. I mean, you know.
You dead inside.
Outside of that, it was just like, I think my frustration and annoyance with this whole storyline is Mitch, Kenny, Kevin DeJour.
It's always the white man. What you mean?
It's because it's like he makes everything so
white,
draining. Yet not even.
No,
I can handle white, but he's just so like.
Let me translate. Okay, because I don't want nobody come and call me racist. But we still gonna put 10 on 20, and we gonna keep it all the way above.
Yeah.
White people white women especially have a very bad habit of making things about them that are not.
That's what it is. And like
I told you all the story about a bitch. I was picking up a breakfast sandwich, nigga, a bacon, egg, and cheese. This bitch ordered a multi-grain Ezekiel bread sprout something or other. And these niggas said bacon, egg, and cheese on a ciabatta. And she's like, oh, is that for me? Bitch, does that even sound the same? Like, scoot you in your, what is that, Patagonia? Stand back. So, like, just want you to know, it's a habit I've noticed, and all of this, I'm like, it is literally never about you, nigga. It's not you. Like, it's not about you. It's not about you. So, let's start it off. So, they're picking up Hannah from school. And they pick up Hannah and her primas, and they all get in the car and head back to the crib. And Mitch DeJour and Cynthia Lee Fontaine are getting ready to take Hannah and bus a move down 4 hours to their new home. So, can I just say I love me some Hannah? I love me.
That's why I sent you that screen cap.
From the minute like, they say she, hola Kenny, and I said, yeah. I love her.
Queen of the episode,
like,
honestly.
Truly. I was like, look at her teaching y'all niggas lessons, like showing you how your blood pressure be up for no fucking reason. Like, love me some
None
Hannah.
At all.
But I was laughing at her and her little cousins when they was in the back seat, because you could tell by the way they were looking. They were like, now what's going on? Because I'm feeling a dynamic, but I can't quite figure out what it is.
Oh, yeah. Listen, they had a bad bitch link up in the car.
It was a meeting in the ladies' room.
Yeah, it was. It was.
So, you know, they get back to the crib or whatever, and her primas go home real quick to, you know, get their after school snack and, you know, do the little homework or whatever. And Armando's like, I need to talk with you. You know, we're gonna have a talk. So she goes and they sit down, and I love the way she loves her daddy. And it also makes me sad because you can tell that she's got a special attachment to him, probably more so, even more so, right, because she lost her mother. So, you know, they tell her, they said, well, Kenny and I are engaged, and he's like, do you know what that? And the way he speaks to her is, his parenting is beautiful. It's on point. He communicates. Yeah. It's effective. It's clear. He's like, Kenny and I are engaged. She's like, okay. He's like, you know what that means? And she's like, no. And he's like, it means that we're going to get married. And she's like, okay. And I thought he was going to leave it there, but he was like, so tell me how that makes you feel. And she's like, I'm happy because the three of us are going to be together. I'm happy for you. And so, you know, it made Mitch DeJour emotional, and he was like, Te amo. And she was, and I like how she was like, yeah, nigga, me too. But, you know, he's emotional because Hannah accepts them. And then he says, so you're going to have two daddies. How does that make you feel? And she's like, two daddies is great because it's double the love. Like, it just means I'm going to have more love around me. And, you know, we're never going to be apart. And I love that we're going to all be a family. And honestly, that's the reaction that Armando said he needed. He was like, this is the most important reaction out of everybody's that I was looking for. This is the approval I needed.
now.
Go ahead, chaos. Go ahead, chaos and negativity.
Lil Hannah's still a little shady, though.
Oh. Boots, honey. What?
Because he said, look at daddy's ring, and she said,
Let me tell you, Mama didn't have much emotion in the face.
She twirled that ring around like, what is this, honey?
She said, what's this, titanium? What is this, velvet? Like, she is. What is this?
Mama no game from
She
jump.
does. She's like, you could have sprung for a better ring, though, gringo.
Right. Exactly.
I don't know what that ring is. It could be David Yurman for all I know. I don't know.
Oh, it's probably David Yurman. All gays shop at David Yurman for their engagement rings.
Oh, right.
I mean,
both my parents' wedding rings are David Yurman.
There's nothing wrong with David Yurman. I'm just saying that is the official homosexual jeweler.
They do have good taste, my parents. Those
Yeah,
two.
I'm just saying. That's where the gays go.
I just don't like silver. But anyway.
Yeah.
So, mom comes out or whatever, and mom and sister, they come out and they're going to say goodbye. So he's like, well, let's go sit down. The way they talk as a family, despite anything else, I appreciate the way that they communicate. I think it's beautiful.
I said the same thing because when he was talking to Hannah, I was like, oh, Armando, he one of them niggas that went to therapy.
Let me tell you something. Teaching me lessons, nigga. I was sitting up there, I was like, yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And even all of his family communicates fairly well.
Yeah.
And that's also a foreshadowing about this issue with his father, because I think that's what annoys me the most. But go on.
So, mom and sister come out and they go have a sit down before they head out, and it's very emotional. And it's mainly emotional because Hannah's leaving. They're like, she's been a part of our lives on a daily basis. You see the compound they living on. They on a resort. Like, you see that they have a whole neighborhood for their family. Right there. So she's always been a part of their lives on a daily basis, and with her losing her mother, they've been even more so involved in her life. So they're really emotional behind that. But the mom said Kenny seems like a good person, and from what she saw, and she hopes that he stays that way. So he asked if she told his father that he was engaged, and she's like, no, but I will. And he's like, okay. You think I should tell him? And she's like, no, not right now.
She kept saying, no. She kept rat-tat-tatting on that bench with the sisters.
She's
and Armando would not get the hint, like, nigga, let me handle it.
Yeah,
or just give it some time.
Let me tell you something. I can put it on your daddy in a different way. I need you to just relax. So, and she just tells him, your papa's gonna need some time, and you need to just stand back just a smidge. So, she reiterates that she wishes he would have told her first because she is his mother. And she's like, it doesn't have anything to do with the relationship. I just really wish you would have told me before you went and told everybody else. And Armando made a good point. He was like, I didn't tell you first, and I told you with everybody else because I was afraid that if I told you first, you were going to be embarrassed and then try to make me not tell the rest of the family. And I've been tired of hiding who I am for all of this time. And so I didn't want to run the risk of that. And I'm sorry that you feel that way, but what's done is done. What's done is done. And his sister, seemed like she tried to take to Kenny a little bit, and she was like, I want you to know that the emotions that you're seeing right now don't have anything to do with you all's relationship. She's like, we love you, and we really actually are more comforted by the fact that you've raised all your children on your own.
Yeah.
And
which is super important.
Yeah, very much so. Very much so. So They're like, we you know, that actually gives us comfort that you're going to take care of Hannah properly, and we're just really sad that she's going to be leaving and Armando's going to be gone, and, you know, it just feels like our family it's going to be a big change for our family.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
So this is I think now, as we're talking about, I can pinpoint my frustration with them, is they want, this might sound very controversial, but I guess whatever, because I'm gay, I can say it. Well, no, it's something that we talk about also. I think where I understand that that tolerance isn't enough, you know, tolerance is just the bare minimum, which that means nothing. Like, they want full acceptance, and I get that. But also, you have to give people, your parents, a time to adjust to a new you.
Absolutely.
And I think this is where a lot of gay folks fall by the way, queer folks fall by the wayside, because where we fail to understand or even remember, they'd be like, well, this is who I am. I don't want to hide anymore. But you have to understand, now you have to reintroduce yourself as who you truly are to your parents, and they don't know you like that.
That's fair.
People just like, yeah, I'm gay, it shouldn't matter, nothing changes who I am. But yes, it does. Because ultimately, who you are and everything that you are becomes your identity. And if you've hidden that part of yourself for so long,
You're hiding a part of yourself,
which means you've never given an opportunity or a chance for other people who you love to get to know. And I say this coming from personal experience. You know what I mean? Like, I'm just, yeah, my family has known for a while, but there's also certain members I don't know. Like my grandmother, she's 89. Why am I going to tell? Like, you know what I mean?
Right.
Like, and it's a murky thing to navigate, but it's also on our end as queer people, like, yeah, I get it. It's not our jobs to educate and yada, 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 but it is our responsibility to let people know how we want to be treated. And that starts at home. And you can't give people, like, I want you to accept me for who I am. Well, I don't know who you are. You have to tell me what type of homosexual you is, my nigga. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I don't know you. And then more importantly, you want me, there's one thing I have to accept this new normal, right? Of who you are, you're choosing to who you love, and this is, you know, your lifestyle that you're choosing. Or this is what you are choosing to live as. Let's say that, because that is a choice.
Yeah.
But you're springing all this on me. You reiterating the fact that you're gay, that I put it in the back of my head because you ain't was dating no nigga, so therefore I done forgot about the shit. 2, you're telling me you dating a man and you going to move with him from America, who's not Mexican at that either. Also important. And 3, you're taking our granddaughter away. That's 4 hours away, and also putting them in a situation with somebody we don't know. This man, we don't trust this man to be with essentially our grandbaby, our child.
We just don't. They just don't know him. Like,
right, they don't know him,
the
and
things that
again,
they know
don't
they have given them some sort of peace of mind because they can't control the situation, but they ultimately don't know that man.
But that's also frustrating because it's like, well, now you're only giving me bits and pieces, and I don't know how much, you know, you're around. Like, I think it's like a safety issue. You know what I mean? Like, ultimately, everybody needs to get used to this new normal, and I think it's disingenuous, and I think it's unfair for, you know, Armando to be pressuring his father to be like, you need to love me, you need to accept Kenny into your life, I'll have to throw him out. And when he has never given any explicit, or his actions has not even demonstrated that he hates you, that he hates Kenny, that he hates this whole situation. He just needs time to process. I don't understand what the problem is with all these people on these reality shows, or people in general. Like, you have to allow, when you give people information such as a bombshell and shit like that, you gotta allow people to process, and not everybody's gonna process at the same time and momentum as you. However, like in this case, his father has said, okay, you can sleep here, leave me alone. Okay, I'm happy at your home, Leave me alone. I worked all day. That when they was about to say goodbye, Armando was like, if he doesn't come out, my heart will be broken. His mama said he was at work. And
I
so
think he was
left
working
it
on the premises.
The point is, okay. Like, you get what I mean? Like, and I hate to say this, but sometimes as queer folks, you got to accept wins where you can. Okay? Like, it's not, everything is not going to be like, oh, accept me, love me, and yada, yada, yada. It doesn't work that way.
It would be
like,
lovely if people could and not, but.
Yeah, it'd be lovely, but that's just not the way the world works. If your family has been socialized to believe one thing for eons and eons, right? And all of a sudden you switch that up, they're faced with a dilemma.
That is something we have to think about. It's not an excuse to be nasty, hateful, bigoted, any of those things, but
not at all.
But we do have to, on the other side of things, be understanding when people are trying to take time, because there was a win in the episode. So when Armando was talking to his mother, he was like, we want to get married and have a wedding, and
right.
His mom, she was a little shady. She was like, y'all just can't go down to the courthouse. Like, you can't just go down to the welfare like everybody else and, like, get your papers. Why you gotta make a big to-do? And he was and he wasn't wrong in this, though. He was like, because the way he explained it, it was very spot on. He goes, when two straight people love each other, they want to express that, with having a wedding and celebrate that, it's not a problem. So same way I want to celebrate my love, like, and I don't think there's anything wrong with that. I don't think there's anything wrong with him saying that.
There's nothing wrong.
And his mom even said, she was like, well, I'll come. I'll be a part of whatever you want me to be a part of. I just can't speak for your daddy. Yeah,
she was like, I don't know about your daddy, but I'll be there.
Which, great.
Valid. Again, you can't, just because they married your mama and daddy don't mean that they don't have differences of opinions. And how they deal with parenting and how they feel about this whole thing in general. Like, I understood why Armando kept asking, what are you feeling? What are your thoughts? How can we talk through them? But again, you're asking for a miracle to happen in 48 hours or 36 hours.
Yeah.
Like, I can't wrap my head around that. Like, because I put myself as someone who had to come out to a parent, and parents have their ideal life planned out for their kids. You know what I mean? I'm sure you and Tristan have like a vision, right? Or maybe not you, or maybe your husband has some sort of vision of what Noah can be or will be, you know what I mean? And when there is a hitch in the giddy up, it's like, whoa, I don't know what this means. Like, and this is something my mother and I have talked about before, and she kind of made a plan. She was like, I guess maybe there was my apprehension because I don't know how I could have prepared you to be in a more marginalized community. I'll just say it that way. Like, she was like, I did my best to teach you to be a good person, but I don't know how to protect you from gay shit. I don't know how to protect you from the perils. I know how to deal with women because I am one in heterosexual, type of dynamics. But you know what I mean? But I don't know how to teach you how to navigate men. I don't know how to teach you how to navigate the gay dating world or whatever. You know what I mean? Like, when things, it's like a fear of image kind of thing, what other people think because it's in a reflection of their parenting. It's like so many layers when it comes to this queer shit. And it's like, bro, you know this. This is where my frustration is. You know this as a person. If you are that progressive and, if you're that progressive, you can't allow this to not be able to see past your nose. You have to put yourself in your parents' shoes. Like, they love you, and they've clearly demonstrated they want the best things for you because they have never said anything like, well, on camera, off the wall.
Now, to be fair to Armando, and everything you're saying is very valid. You know what I'm saying? It's just,
And don't get me wrong, I think he's not wrong. I think he's okay
Right.
with expressing himself, and
we're
he should.
literally speaking to and this is also for your own peace and sanity. If you try to drive yourself crazy trying to make somebody accept you, you are doing yourself a disservice, because then you are losing out on living your actual life that you want to live, because you're fighting so hard to show. And that's not to be conflated with fighting for your right to live, or fighting for your rights, or standing up for yourself. That has no. I want to make sure that those are two completely separate things.
Absolutely.
This is about acceptance. And when somebody don't want to accept you, it could be sad, and there will be a mourning period, but you will drive yourself the fuck wild. And that goes for anybody. This is not. This doesn't just pertain to sexuality or anything.
Anybody.
This goes for anybody. If you are fighting so hard for somebody to accept you, you are completely missing out on what you should be doing. You missing out on the life that you fought so hard to live in the first place.
That's it. That's it right there.
Whether that be parents, siblings, friends, whoever, it doesn't matter. You know what I'm saying? At a certain point, things will be what they will be. The cards will fall where they will. So that's just something we have to keep in mind, just for our own peace and sanity. In an ideal world, it would be wonderful if trans women and trans men could be themselves, and there's no violence. You know what I'm saying? If gays and lesbians and non-binary people and if everybody was allowed to be who they were without any consequence, without any threat of harm, or just that would be great. But unfortunately, that ain't the world we live in. And we're gonna continue to fight for those rights for that.
Yeah.
But when it comes to like not little things, but when it comes to not your safety, but like, you don't like me, well then don't like me, nigga. I can't think about you anymore.
Right. Which I think it was poignant when Armando was like, I may have to divorce my parents if they don't, accept. But then I was like, whoa, hold on there, Buster.
Wait, because Mom's was like, she'll come.
Right. I was like, he was like, if they don't agree with this, I'm going to have to choose Kenny over my parents. The part of me was like, you going to choose Kenny over your parents?
Okay,
but that's another situation.
When they was getting emotional, when they were saying goodbye, and he was saying that in his confessional at the same time, I was like, are you sure? Yeah. And that's not about like, find you a nice local man.
I was like, find you a nice Mexican man. You can find yourself a nice Mexican man
Y'all got the same things going on. Just somebody at least who tries to speak some Spanish to your parents. Something.
Right.
Shit.
Talk about mucho gusto. Y'all been fucking
mucho
for
gusto.
4 years.
Te amo.
And you struggle with that.
Right.
And you from Florida.
Right. Oh, God.
Anywho, let's go to let's stay south. Let's stay in south of the border. Let's do cheese stick, and she could do better.
Oof.
And apparently she's been doing a lot better, like a lot.
Yeah, child. Her resting bitch face is just the best thing ever. Like, that bitch don't smile ever.
I want to know what her sign is, because she doesn't apologize or anything. She justifies everything. So I was like, ooh.
It's still a little digging.
I was like, ooh, she must be an earth sign. So
big Virgo Taurus energy.
I'm not going to apologize, but I'm going to tell you why you're wrong for making me apologize. So remember last we met with them, they had an issue where Melissa was like, I've been, when I was DK, quote unquote, single, I was wearing less and going out a lot more. And so she felt the need that she needed to come clean with Cheese Stick. So, Cheese Stick has been, he's been doing the work, and we've learned this later. So Melissa sits him down and tells him, in an open setting, all these things that, hey, I was creeping with a couple of niggas. And he had a bunch of questions like, so how long, what was it? She was like, that's not important. Well, how many times? That's not important. I don't understand why you need to know the information.
Truly.
He's asking her, he's not asking her any type of ridiculous questions like, do you put it in your butt or something? Like, he just asks, like, how long ago?
Don't ask me that.
How many people? You know what I mean? Like, were you creeping with, like, a bunch of niggas or just one? Was it, safe? And I get what he was trying to say, but they never say it right. I guess he was asking if, like, a safety issue. Like, well, nigga, if you, like, girl, you creeping with a whole bunch of niggas and then we still fucking, like, what do you mean? Mind you, she sat and told him this the day after they had sex, finally, and he's been there for a couple weeks. And what'd you find?
She's a Virgo.
There you go.
Oh man.
What is he? Does it say? Did you find
let me
it?
see if she's posted any of his birthdays.
So, okay. So again, Sharp Entertainment, they have been, I guess they're doing this across the board, trying to tell us about all of their sexual exploits, because I really hate it.
Yo, they are the worst, truly.
Right, I get it, quarantining, y'all trying to get more ratings and shit, but like,
pause. What? I'm trying to find this nigga's birthday. Mm-hmm. And I find his Instagram. And it is already 13 pictures of his emotional support cat as soon as you open.
Well, we see now how important that emotional support pet is. So when they had sex, Melissa said, it was awkward, but after a while, it got better. She was like, it got better because of me, not because of him. Mm-hmm. And of course, Cheese Stick got laid, so he's just happy to be a part. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
So after she tells him all this stuff and she refuses to answer any questions, he decides to get on Talkspace.com/JXD and talk to his therapist.
Yeah.
Yes, like he sat down with his emotional support feline. Logged on and went to work. And it was so interesting because it was a leather couch. And I was like, woo, he got him some leather couch time.
I feel like he's a Cancer, but I'm looking. Keep going.
That makes sense. So, does it say what's his full name? Does it say on there? Because you could look at famous Tim P. Clarkson. Yeah. Look up that name and then famous birthdays. You'll be able to find it there.
Really? Why would they? Okay.
Listen, I'm on famous birthdays.
You are?
Yeah.
What the fuck?
Look up Xavier Delow.
Wait, okay, go to famous birthdays?
Yeah. You might be on there too.
Nah, nigga, I'm not famous.
Neither am I.
Hold on, before I look him up, let me look you up. Because that shit is hilarious to Oh my god.
Shout out to the people on famous birthdays. They might listen to the show. I don't know. They contacted me.
That is funny. Mm. What did I say his name was?
Tim P. White person.
Tim P. Oh Lord.
Cheese Stick.
Cheese Stick. Oh shit! What the hell? Why you do that? I hate the internet.
But while you're looking that up, he sits down with his therapist via Talkspace, and she lets him know, like, if y'all gonna, she hit him with the lemonade quote. Mm-hmm. She was like, "If you're going to forgive, let it be glorious." And then the next scene, Melissa sit down with her mama, and she was like, "Y'all need to break up. This is dumb. I don't trust him. You don't even love him like that. So
I can love you.
You know, y'all can just end it. This is pointless. And that's kind of where the episode ended with them. Like, his mama was like, I mean, his therapist was like, you guys got to do the process.
No, she went out with her mom.
That's what I was talking about. She went out with her mama, and then her mama was like, you don't love him like that.
She don't.
And you know that. So just rid him. And so she's like, I don't know. But it looks like he's going to end up going back to the States from what I see in previews going forward.
Because he got really, bigly in his feelings or whatever about her sexcapades. And she was valid. And I mean, sure, your feelings can be hurt, whatever. But, nigga, you did this. She wouldn't have fucked nobody if he was just loyal.
Booyah! Did you find his birthday?
I'm trying. I'm really, annoyed.
Oh, my gosh.
He's not on famous birthdays.
Oh, wait. Hold on. Tim Clarkson. Oh, he did. When did he go to jail? Did he tell us this?
He went to jail?
Yeah. He disclosed that he has a criminal history. He did. Remember, he got his life together because he was a slacker, and then he went to college.
Oh,
that's how he met
Melissa.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
He went to DeVry, but does it say his birthday on his mugshot?
Oh, well. Who do you want to go with next?
That was a whole lot of waste. Let's do Devin and Jihoon because they were. Let's do them because they were pretty quick.
Okay. So shout out to Devin's new nose and face.
Ciao, baby, that top lip.
Those mama got fillers and a whole new nose.
She said, "All right, let me tell you what I'm doing with these Zolas."
Yeah.
And the fact that they keep flashing back and forth between her living there and then the confessional.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Night and day. Can't recognize you. They are real quick. They moved into their new Cribbington, which we saw. Did a little Corona preview that we still have yet to get to.
Jihoon, shiftless nigga or not, he had me laughing this whole episode.
Yeah,
because first
we've been down this road before. He has explained the bathroom practices of Korea.
Oh, he has. I don't remember that. But
yes,
before that, though, he was putting his clothes away because they got into their permanent apartment or whatever, and he's putting his clothes away, and she's like, "Damn, nigga, you got more clothes than me." And he's like, "It's because I'm a fashionista." So then,
which is why I don't understand why he doesn't model.
Hello, Uniqlo, what are y'all doing? Fucking up.
Right.
So they're like,
got kids to support.
They're moving in, and clearly he's done something with himself. Then they do, they go back to the flashbacks of, Drusilla fleeing captivity, all that. And then we find out that they made it seem like she was pregnant or something like that in the preview. We knew that was bigged up. They just got another pet. That's all. And, Devin's trying to, wash rugs with her feet like she's stomping grapes.
Right.
So she says, I'm glad we found somewhere with a bathtub. So I was like, are bathtubs not common in Korea? I don't know.
I'm going to assume not.
That's what I assumed based off of her saying that.
And that and like spacing?
Maybe. It might be that, like how we have kitchenettes.
Yeah, like I just feel like because of space in such a metropolis, it's kind of like, do you even have space? Like,
right. So,
but then I thought about like cleanliness and things like that too.
Oh, yeah, they
I
might be
don't-
like, we not sitting in our own filth? What you mean?
Right.
But, so the Jihoon's like, I'm sad. And she's like, why are you sad? And he's like, because we don't have bidet. And this is what I screamed. He goes, my anal is getting so dirty. And she's like, well, nigga, are you using toilet paper? And he's like, it scratches your anal.
Yeah.
He scratches your anal and it's dirty. And he called her filthy.
Did.
I was like, well, I too, actually, I do have bidet.
Yeah.
I got me a tushy. But anyway, so yeah, so both of them, they sit and they talking. Go ahead.
And, Devin the new nose was like, Devin the rhinoplasty was like, hey, so I know we married on paper, but I don't feel like we had a real wedding because, my mother wasn't there. Now, when they do the flashbacks to her mother, I cackle. How would you like it if I feel picking up my granddaughter on the goddamn street? Scraping her off the goddamn street. I holler every time. Like, Ma, what kind of level of acting?
Right. Meanwhile, Drusilla's in the back of the woods.
Right, hiding in a box. You see her, right?
Right.
Mama was playing in a box like a fucking cat.
Yo, she is. That's why I call her Beverly Gold. She is dramatic.
Picking her up off the goddamn street. I was like, Brett Butler, calm down.
Right. Put your hair. So, they talking and they're like, we want to get married, but we married, but we don't feel like for real married.
Yeah.
And, she's like, I want to have a wedding or whatever. And here go Jihoon again. He was on one this episode. He was like,
he said, yeah, you feel like girlfriend.
oh, yes, you feel like girlfriend.
And Devin can be like,
she's like, bitch. So, and he goes, so she's like, well, I want a wedding. He's like, okay. And he's like, wedding is Women's Day. I just support her.
Yeah, he asked to see her booty hole and everything this episode.
He was like, let me see your anal. So, it seems like they're in a nice place right now because clearly we know where they at. But it seems like they're in a nice place right now. And I guess Jihoon has a job. They have a new home. Things seem to be in a good place. And it was a lot of like really beautiful, condescending, positive affirmations. Devin was, thank you for being a man. Shit like that. So I was like, what the fuck? And that was them.
Yeah.
Who you want to do? Because we only got 2 left. So who you trying to end with?
Well, let's end with Braces and Bodega Baby Daddy because that requires probably clearance from the United Nations.
Ooh, shit.
You have to hit up Spotify standards and practices. Steve.
Oh.
Can we talk about this?
Here are the regulations.
We put this on the cue sheet.
Spotify's like, first of all, we're not paying y'all to make fun of us. Who the fuck is this? No.
Right.
So, Fajudores.
Welcome Christmas time.
Y'all saw that picture?
Yeah. She also looks like one of the witches from Nightmare Before Christmas.
Oh, I thought you were going to say just like one of the witches from The Witches.
No. Like, if you... have you ever seen Nightmare Before Christmas? So, like, in the beginning where they sing, "This is Halloween."
Yeah.
And so, like, the witches who are like, "Welcome to Pumpkin Town." Like, she looked like one of them.
My child has Nightmare Before Christmas sneakers.
I stand that movie.
Me
I was
too.
talking to Chris Rogers the other day about how
And
I had the
Lunchbox.
video game, and the video game was dumb hard. If our listeners, if y'all remember the video game, because my mother refused to buy it for me because
What happened?
you know,
You had to do something with Jack or some shit?
yeah, and you had to go to different seasons. Because you remember the movie how they had to go through the fall, the autumn tree, and then it was a lot.
Let me look.
It was on Sega, I think.
Oh, I had a
Yeah.
Sega. Mm-hmm. But I used it only to play football games and Sonic. Oh, shit. I don't even remember
Very
this.
trade of you.
I've always...
Yeah.
So it's,
Like-
you know.
You smoke, bro?
Niggas
Itchy
believe that.
dim. Yeah, see, exactly. They wanted to, like, be with you and, like, smoke and play Madden.
Or I would ask them. Like with Tristan, when I first met Tristan, he was like, so what you be doing after work? I was like, nigga, go home, rolling up, watching Boondocks. I don't know. Like,
That's like the ultimate, like, nigga starter pack. All you needed was Nike slides and socks.
I told you as soon as I said I saw Killer Season, this nigga had hearts and diamonds in his eyes.
Yeah. When I was a young lass, I used to keep a lighter and a pack of Newports. I never smoked Newports. Well, I tried and they were gross. But I was like, well, you never know when you meet the trade.
Oh, you was actually running game though, nigga. I was just being.
Oh, wow. Listen, at the time, I knew my demographic.
I'm
and
not
what
bad.
Yeah.
Oh, like
I was
you,
like-
young
like,
man with the fittage.
You'd eat this, Lucy?
And then you
I'll
get
tell
that
you what's
one.
not
He got
Lucy.
that one little look in his eye, and he's like,
Because they all got a twinkle.
"Yeah, I figured there's a way. There's a way where people have to figure things out. So I assume there's a code. Or I don't know.
Like in, have you ever seen that movie Cover
No.
with Vivica A. Fox? Oh hell no! You got to watch it.
What do I? Who said?
Yes, you do, because oh god, no! That is the next shit we're covering on Quarantine Blasters. Cover. Oh honey.
Is that Oprah? Who is this?
No, it's Vivica Fox.
Oh
some
Lord,
random
this looks
actress.
ghetto.
Of course.
Wait a minute, let me blow up.
Patti
Lou
LaBelle's in
Gossett
it.
Jr. Oh Lord, this has Leon, Lou Gossett Jr., Paula Jai Parker, and Vivica Fox. You're about to waste moments of my precious life.
No, I'm not. You know why? I tell you why? Because Paula J. Parker plays a crackhead, and
On the next Quarantine
And-
Blastics, we're gonna be watching Cover. Can't wait.
and Patti LaBelle plays like
What? Patti LaBelle's in it?
Yeah, she plays like a queer ally.
Oh,
like,
nigga,
she's like you
herself?
in the movie. Yeah, she's herself.
Or me? Yes,
Yeah,
you're right.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, we're gonna be watching Cover next week.
Yes. The best. Oh God,
This looks so ghetto. Okay, so
Part of me wants to, yeah.
you know, it
Sign
opens
up
with
for
chaos and
Patreon
negativity.
Next time.
It's the scene starts off with drama. They're in the ER, and it's where we left off last week. Fahu Doris is in labor. No, she's not. They actually have to just remove the baby because the baby is running out of amniotic fluid.
Which is unsafe.
Yes, which I think is what happened to me with Noah. And she also came out floppy, not crying and not breathing. So, yeah, because they had to break my water. And then after they broke my water, I still, like, was not dilating. And I think I was losing amniotic fluid. So she was losing fluid. So...
Where does it go? Don't answer that question, actually. I don't. That's okay.
Nigga, I don't know. It drains like an air conditioner. I'm not sure. I don't.
That's how I was like. That's how I was going to answer that
I guess
question.
I should know that, maybe.
Because it's like shit. Like nigga, your placenta's leaking. Like
Maybe
no,
it's like
cool.
drying up. I'm not. I guess I should probably
broken placenta. If there's any midwives, doulas, or doctors.
Now I can talk to you about broken placenta.
Oh no.
Because you gotta push the. Y'all are grown, and if you have a problem with this, you need to grow up. So,
well, I don't want to grow up. I am a Toys R Us kid.
So listen, Jeffrey, when you're done,
you know what?
Why you take your headphones out, you bitch? Put your headphones
at me. So I took my damn headphones out. I'm not gonna have me start commenting on vagine and the miracle, quote unquote, of childbirth.
How you think you got here, nigga?
I came here. I appeared here from under a moist stone. I came from the Keebler treehouse.
Yeah, you came up from under your mama's moist stone, nigga.
No, I came here. I was orbed here via Elizabeth Montgomery and Bewitched.
Oh my God! Guess Noah is she's starting to ask questions about how me and Tristan met. So last night I hear her, and I was in the kitchen washing dishes, so she was talking to him. She was like, so how old were you when you met mommy? And how old was she? She goes, and how old was I?
Valid question.
It really is, actually. He was like, well, you weren't here yet, maybe. I don't know. She's like, okay, tell me more. I'm listening. So she's asking more and more questions.
Yes.
Oh, child.
She better ask the hard-hitting questions.
She is.
The next one's going to come, and you're going to be like...
Oh, no, we already got that.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. She's like, so, how did I get here? I was like, okay. Well... Anyway, so
I'm sure there's a book written by a black woman who's illustrated those things. How to tell your kid. I assume that there's a black woman author for children for every scenario. It's like a Hallmark card, but there's a black woman author for it.
If there's not, I'm gonna write one. I'm gonna be like, so it all started with this group named Jodeci.
There was a lot of candles.
It's a lot of it was a snowstorm. You put Jodeci, a snowstorm together, nigga. It's a recipe for Noah. So she was not conceived in a snowstorm. But anyway, we are all off of this shit. Go ahead.
So they have the emergency C-section for Fahu Doris. The reason why, we explained it earlier, but she was very anxious and just restless. So it took a while for them to calm her down. And so they had to put her under general anesthesia. Yeah. What I do know is that normally with C-sections, they just numb the lower half of your body. I've seen enough of A Baby Story to know what they have. I don't even know if they still show that on
story,
TLC.
Nigga, but you won't listen to My Baby Story with your black
Listen,
ass.
I only watched Baby Story because I was in high school and I wasn't going to school.
All right, fair enough.
You know.
Oh, and now ASAP says some wild shit. I mean, niggas say stupid shit sometimes, but he said he didn't want her to have a C-section, and it wasn't for any medical purposes. It was because he has always been told that when a woman has a baby naturally, which asterisk, so he meant vaginally. When a woman has a baby vaginally, she has a better connection with the baby and loves it more than if she has a C-section.
That's some hoteppery.
Nigga, when I said that is some 5%er.
I was like, ooh, I've heard that's some, ooh.
Because when they take the baby from you, you are under anesthesia. You don't even see the baby come out of your body.
Oh,
and we call that a disconnect.
So there was complications with the child because the child was breached. And however, due to the modern technologies of medicine, and also shout out to Eastern medicine, which I may or may not believe more so than Western, they
Absolutely.
Baby under the code name Simba was born.
Yep.
The child looks just like Fahu Doris, and I'm not going to say anything else outside of that. So
The baby
Jay
was in
just
a
make it-
perpetual stage of.
he made the child made every face that his mama makes. And that's all I could say about that.
He was a precious little baby with tiny little feet and hands.
I was like, look at it.
Look
He
at
was
his-
breathing
look
and
at his little
everything.
legs.
Glory.
Look at his little baby legs, his little
Just
baby
look at this-
tummy.
Just breathing.
Just
God
right,
is good.
just being a baby.
That's how I feel when I watch Real Housewives of Potomac. I'll be like, ooh. I'll be like, that child is blessed. I'm not saying whose child, but you know which child I'm talking about. I just say, ooh, that child is blessed and breathing child. You're not going to have no
God
worries.
has shined his favor.
Glory. It made a purpose for this child to be in this world. Amen.
Bo, nigga. So,
Mama has a C-section. She comes out of it.
Yes.
She's like, Baby Cool talks to his mother-in-law, who he affectionately calls her mom now, which I guess that makes sense.
he started calling her mom when she was there.
Oh, well, he gives her the 4 uno, and she's like, okay, cool, She doesn't give him too much. She's just like, I wish I could be there. He calls, then she speaks to Fahu, and, she's like, giving her the general, rundown. And, Mama's tired. She just had, a person
she's still
ejected from
groggy,
her body.
You know what I'm saying?
Right. And then this nigga's whole lineage shows up. Just loud.
That's literally
and I
what
get it.
It's a celebration. Like that's part of the custom, but ooh, imagine coming
and
out
I
the
was
anesthesia,
totally
nigga.
right after already an unpleasant situation when you had to tell me I'm giving birth today, and all my plans were to do was just to sit at home and watch Big Brother. You know what I mean? So nah, I would be upset. And so his family comes and they're asking in all sorts of questions. They're like, what's the baby's name? Mm-hmm. They can't decide on a name. I actually like the name that she likes, Aviel.
I do too. It's called him Avi, and I like the reason why she doesn't want to name the baby Gabriel. She says, "Ew, in America, I do not want anybody calling him Gabe." I did laugh.
Yeah, I chuckled. I was like, you know what? That's valid.
I kept saying I was going to turn the Citizen app off, but then the Miss Bonita in me got the best.
Stop, Black Morbid Weave lady.
And let me tell you something. A car just crashed into a house.
What the
In
fuck?
Flatbush. Like, it's literally a van. This nigga crashed into a whole house.
I've been having dreams like a car would somehow find its way and crash into my building. I don't know how, but oh yeah, I switched to concentrate, so that's why.
Oh,
but
shit is wild right now. Ooh.
Yeah, but I was just like, I told you the Citizens app don't do it.
I know it's a portal. It's a portal of chaos and negativity.
Yeah, don't do it.
Every time
you find yourself just.
I accidentally put the notifications on, and then I kept saying, I had to turn the shit off, and then the shit just started getting. When I saw that tiger, I couldn't do it. I had to know what was happening from there, and I've not been disappointed.
Like, well, what is going on? I'm infant to the mess as long as it's not on my block.
I don't watch
or
the
my
news
building.
now. So.
Fair.
This gives me everything I need. But anyway, so
they ask her with baby Simba on her titty. So you're gonna get baptized? When are you gonna do that? She's just like, I don't know. How about you all go find some shit for me to bring the baby home in because we have nothing.
Go make use of yourself.
Right. So Baby Cool and one of his sisters go, baby shopping. Mm-hmm. They are like, and they rehash this conversation about like trying to keep her happy because he fears
he's walking on
her
eggshells.
going back to America, just like his last baby and white woman that he married. And, I get his fears, but he's just kind of like, I'm happy, but I don't, this could all be taken away. Mm-hmm. And they hassle around the market, the bazaar to find things.
They haggling, honey.
Yeah.
Ain't nobody budging.
Right, no at all. And it's like things are so pricey there.
I know.
And it's like they can't help, like they have to purchase it because it's a new baby and the baby needs stuff.
The baby tub seemed pretty reasonable, I think. Let me see how much a baby tub cost. And it was, it was
like $40, I feel like.
It was $35. Oh, yeah, they're more expensive here. So, and it was a good baby tub. Yeah, it was a good baby tub.
They sell that shit on Fat Kid deals.
Okay. The baby carrier was more of a duffel bag of sorts. And it was only $10, but the fact that they didn't have access to something, or maybe
his sister was like, that's gonna tear. Like,
I know his sister was like, you got to come down on that price, baby, just for the pure insurance.
Right.
And the risk. And the lady's like, no. But that's what they had to make do with it. So, they're talking throughout the market, just about being scared, like XD said, about, the same thing happening twice. So he's walking on eggshells so that doesn't happen. But baby, you got to go get you a job. You can't be out here pum-pumming on that lady's booty and doing capoeira. You got to go get you a job.
Right. And that's pretty much it, what happened to them.
Yeah.
Let's wrap this up with
Woo! Can I just tell you, I was bothered. Now, I don't know if they just didn't show it, but I didn't see anybody making their way to a bathroom swiftly when they came in that house to go visit that baby.
No.
And that stressed me out.
Pandemic or not, the first thing you do when you new baby, wash your hands.
Child.
So, you want to take this?
Sure.
Go ahead.
So, Braces the Stallion and Mama the Stallion go to her sister's house out in Chicago. Remember, her sister was having a baby. That was not a lie. So they go to visit the baby for the first time, walk in the house. I don't see nobody go to the bathroom. So they sit down, and Braces is holding the baby. And her sister says, "Oh, you want some kid? You gonna have you some kids with Yazin?" And, of course she goes into her Instagram fantasy. She's like, well, yes, I dream of us being an influencer family with a nanny and a dog and babies and, my Birkins. And she then starts to update her sister on the situation, but she keeps it real light because she doesn't want to stress the family out. So she's telling them, but she does tell them, which this is alarming enough. She's like, well, they really want us to get married, like, as soon as I get back. And before that, they wanted us to get married while I was there. And they want me to convert to Islam. And they want me to make a decision about that yesterday. And I chuckled because in her sister's confessional, she was like, Brittany is light years away from what a Muslim woman should be. Like,
right. So she was like, and her sister looked like Miss from she looked like Shovel.
You think so? Mm-hmm. I think her sister looks like Whoopi Goldberg's daughter. But
the one with Ted Danson.
Mm-hmm. The one who was in Sister Act 2.
Sister Act 2, yeah.
Mm-hmm. So she's basically holding back all the dirty details because she doesn't want them to worry and she wants their support. So, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No, that's fine. So she explains all this to her family, but meanwhile, back at the ranch.
Oh, nigga.
Because this is where the real story is. Because nothing really happened with Braces.
No.
And, it's like, okay, she updates it. We see the child, beautiful, cute baby.
Gorgeous.
Yeah, they're all... And all of her family is attractive, like beautiful black folks, all her nieces. I was like, they are so cute. They remind me of what's her name? The girl from Daddy's Little Girls who has sisters.
Oh,
on the
yeah.
Channel.
The Chinas.
Yeah, you know what I'm talking about.
And I will say her sister has, seems like she got her shit together, and she seems to be the only one, to be quite honest, who has grasped more of the severity of the situation than anybody else. And that's not to say her father is dumb or her mother is dumb or anything like that. But her sister is she got emotional because she's like, I am concerned for my sister and I want the best for her, and that's still my baby. Oh.
So I go through you remember that one of the monologues in Precious when Mary Jones was like, you gotta hear this child walking around like a goddamn animal.
Yeah.
So they're in the hallway playing, and I'm like, you're walking up and down the hallway like a goddamn animal. I know. And I get it, LA, schools aren't reopening, probably here.
I'm sorry. While you got The Shining or whoever them fucking kids are, Children of the Corn outside, I got the goddamn Fast and Furious. Sick of this shit.
I hate it. And then Bed Bath and Beyond going. Now they on Instacart. And Instacart gonna send me a notification now you can shop via Instacart after I went there for no goddamn ass reason yesterday. Anyway,
yes. So, where
let's talk about Bodega Baby Daddy because that's where the real story was. Because that turned into some shit on the closer. Ooh, so, Bodega Baby Daddy is stressed. Okay,
boots.
So we learned that Braces has been out of the country.
You see, it is literally Armageddon today.
Wow.
Bookie. We can't scream stuff like we used to.
No, we can't. We can't.
No. Go ahead.
Oh, gosh. So, Yazan says, Brittany's been gone for 3 weeks and a bunch of shit has happened. So he goes to sit down with his best friend, Muhammad.
When I'm dead ass,
Damn. Did somebody get shot on your block?
I'm looking. Citizen app, tell me what's going on.
Because now I'm invested with the listeners. Well, what the fuck is going on with the goings on?
Nope, they're going the wrong direction. It's not this crash that I'm looking at the footage of. Or maybe it is. Oh, maybe they're all going to the crash. The crash is bad.
Oh.
I see the live footage.
God, what is this app?
Citizen.
Ooh.
And sometimes the comments we get on
the snitching.
Wait a minute. I opened the comments and the very first one said, "How the fuck does a van end up in a nigga crib?"
Oh no!
Damn. Hope they okay.
Wow. Oh my gosh. So, listen.
I'm sorry.
What happened?
Not this one. Well, this is fucked up. Someone said that house was hit years ago. They just fixed it up recently, and somebody else was like, it must be Jinx. But then somebody else said, damn, that house came out of nowhere.
That's not funny. That's not funny. That's not
I'm
funny.
sorry.
So, Yazan sits down with his best friend Muhammad, and he says, and Muhammad is like, "Well, bitch, what's tea? What's going on? Like, you ain't had a haircut. You look dusty. What's going on?"
Even though
he
didn't look dusty.
Yeah, he didn't.
No.
Yazan is, yeah, he's a handsome man.
He's handsome.
Yeah, he's a handsome young man, and he's not that bright.
No, child. And he is hungry.
Yeah, literally.
No, because his underneath his eyes was mad black.
Yeah.
I was like, oh no.
Yeah, all he's been living off is cigarettes and coffee.
Child.
You can tell. Because I've had those same dark circles. Shout out to 2006. So Yazan tells him that, me and my daddy had a falling out. My family member keeps sending old pictures of Britney's, Instagram. She be having the thought pictures and stuff, which, a little booty, a little titty, but they're old pictures. And, we've already established that Braces ain't gonna delete them because it's who she is. Right.
She's like, I'm posting the cakes. Everybody get over it.
Right. And I'm not with other men. And all the pictures that she ever posted are herself or she's with other women. She gives the fact that I don't like niggas like that, which, valid.
Yeah, fair.
And so,
no, she really just be living her life, like minding her business. And if you want to post the cakes, that's your business. Like,
literally that. And, Yazan's father is like, no, fuck this. I thought I could be with this, get down, but I don't fucking like Britney. This marriage isn't going to happen as far as I'm concerned. And Yazan was like, I love her and I'm going to be with her. And so his father was like, okay, bet. Get out of my house.
Yeah, you're fired.
You no longer work for me. You're fired and you no longer work for me. You can leave. So the first day he was chilling at his uncle's house. The next couple days, and so the rest of the time he's been living on the street.
Yeah,
I think he scrounged enough money to find an apartment or someplace to stay now.
Which I'm trying. Maybe he saved a little. I don't know.
Yeah,
maybe his brother gave him some. I'm not sure. His uncle.
Yeah, but he's out here because of love.
And Brittany's not making it easy now, because this nanny and this dog talk is coming to fruition. Because he's telling her that he is really down and out. He's like, yo, my family's not fucking with me. I don't have a job anymore. I don't have a place to live. I don't have no money. I'm not eating. And she's like, yeah, but you need to pay for this ticket for me to come back, though.
Yeah.
And he's like, and it's not a Jihoon, like, this is, Yazan's not shiftless. Well, we gotta say, he's not a shiftless nigga. Like, he kept a job, you know what I'm saying? Kept it in the family, like, handled his business. But he's like, I can't afford that right now. Girl, I can't even feed myself. And she's like, yeah, but that ticket, though.
Yeah. And I get it. Like, if you... This is when she trying to play this shit in her favor. Like, if we gonna be traditional, then we gonna be traditional. You pay for me to come home to you.
Yeah, but if you love a nigga, like, and the nigga's telling you can't eat on account of the fact that he is choosing to be with you, like, bitch, come on now. Do better.
Right.
Do better.
Yeah,
but we all know she's stalling and she's doing whatever she can to work the situation out in her favor, and at this point it's a bit selfish. You know what I'm saying? I was trying to be on her side and be like, girl, I know they're doing a lot, but also this is their culture, and you chose to go out there. You know what I'm saying? You chose to go out there without that divorce. That was dumb as fuck. And now you all bound up, and now you can't even be empathetic to the nigga who you want to be with while he's out here telling you that he's hungry.
Exactly.
Y'all just fucked up.
Yeah. They don't need to be together.
They don't need to be together. It's just a mess.
It's a mess. And they get into an argument next episode, and she's just like, I'm not going to deal with this. She up there by the pool, and we'll see what happens with them.
And Muhammad was quiet the whole time. You know, I couldn't quite figure out Muhammad's. I was like, is he the shady friend? Like, what's up? But he was literally just the best friend. Like, he knows all my dirty.
Yeah, he was like, I'm here to listen. He was like, I thought the relationship was dumb to begin with, but my friend is in love, and who am I? Who are me?
And and after listening for all that time, he finally was like, all right, my nigga, may I, before, I'm not going to give you unsolicited advice, may I say how I feel?
And he gave praises to Allah before, and then let him have it.
Okay, he was like, so, yeah, your girl, I ain't never been with this shit. Like, you are the only one who I actually visibly see making sacrifices. Her moving there is a great big sacrifice, we will say that. But he's like, you the only one I see making sacrifices. And that's not cool. And that doesn't look like love to me. And I'm just telling you that as a friend.
Yeah, and we'll see what happens with them next, because I don't really know. I know at some point he's gonna have to leave Jordan, I think, because you remember the production steps in, they're like, niggas was trying to kill him. Like, it was a lot. They don't need to be. This is just too messy. Too much and too messy. And that's that. Whew. Yeah. So we'll see what they give next week. Let's take a well-needed break. Yes, I will be back with more show. Yeah. Hit it, Claude.
After these messages, we'll be right back.
This is the blackest show about nothing.
This is Jade and XD. I'm Jade.
And I'm XD.
The show is two best friends talking about anything and everything.
And sometimes we have awesome people on, like Crystal and Kid Fury from The Read.
When I was in high school, there was this girl in my computers class with me. I wish I could remember her name so I could apologize. But I just used to call her Atrocious, like, as, you know, a pet name, because... Hey, Atrocious! Being someone who was constantly the butt of a joke or picked on or whatever, I just saw this opportunity to, like, make fun of somebody else, and I did it.
Somebody needs to do a study into silver teeth and the link between, like,
the
silver tooth to prison pipeline.
Silver tooth to prison pipeline.
And New York Times bestselling author Michael Arsenault.
And Mama kept trying to interject at any moment that she could sing, and it was like, beloved, you're not even the best singer on stage. The girl from Destiny's Child is with the Platinum Soul album. It's like, not you.
And of course, there's us,
Jade
and XD.
You can listen to new podcast episodes every week on Fridays.
Listen to Jade and XD
for free on Spotify.
And we're back. First of all, shout out to Abe. Happy birthday. His birthday was this past Wednesday.
It sure was.
Also, shout out to Dustin on his new show with Ebony K. Williams on iHeart Radio. Shout out, friends are doing big things.
We are so proud.
Yeah, I'm super excited. So today, you know, this is if you're born in, like, you know, the 90s, this may not be the episode for you.
If you were born in the 90s.
Right, not raised, you know, born in the 90s. This episode is really dedicated to 30 plus, and it's about all the foods that we can't eat anymore.
Yeah. We can't eat anymore. They don't make anymore. Maybe there might be a couple foods that we still like, but we can't eat anymore. They don't agree. You know.
Yeah, or shouldn't eat anymore.
Nostalgic food, shit like that.
We're 35 plus.
Nigga. Yeah. Things don't sit. They don't hit like they used to.
They don't. That shit hit different.
It hit different.
To quote SZA. I will say I have grown, guys. So I sat through a whole SZA video. I do not think what I used to think of her anymore.
I don't know why you thought that in the first place.
Because she looked like it.
No.
Now I think that my only issue with them now is how they sing. But I think that everybody has the issue because she's singing like wingdings, like squay on niggas. But you know that's a lot. That's all indie. Like the white girls do it too. So whatever
they do. And I heard somebody else do it on. And they were like, I don't know. It sounded like a fax machine. It was.
Yeah, it's like the AOL startup kind of shit. You know what I mean? But yeah, I do like the song "Hit Different." I just wish Ty Dolla $ign wasn't in the video.
Oh, that's a
and
song.
Not because I don't, not to say I don't like Ty Dolla $ign. I just hate when it's a female like kind of a women movement and then a nigga just show up.
Yeah, like what you doing here? But it always be like a certain type of nigga.
Yeah, like
yeah. But start. What you got? What you got on this list?
It pains me to put, and this is at the top of my list, and it pains me to say this. But a lot of people might agree with me. I know Dr. Kia does. I can no longer eat spicy chicken from Popeyes.
What?
Yeah. I think this lends into a larger conversation about me and like spicy foods, but like Popeyes specifically.
I think this lends to a larger conversation about me and Popeyes.
Yeah, because I also
it just shit.
I can't really eat Popeyes anymore. Period.
It's not the same.
It's not the same. Yeah, Popeyes in general is not the same, but more specifically the spicy things. Like Nah, even in Brooklyn and here in LA, like no. I be waking up, shaking my head, saying "damn" to myself. You know what I mean? La 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 la.
Wait,
That's the only thing I'm singing. It goes with my joke.
Where my spray bottle at? Well, this one, you know, there is one person in the world who I know sincerely misses this food, and she's the only one I know who misses this food. They used to sell it at a bodega across the street from my apartment, and when she would come and visit me, she would go so up for Dunkaroos. Shariel.
So, you know what's funny? I thought about her today for this reason. Because, LA is where the 90s died.
Yeah, man.
And, across... yeah. So, I live in, I live next to a Starbucks and across the street is a 7-Eleven. And what do they have in 7-Eleven right at the cash register?
Dunkaroos.
Dunka motherfucking Roos. Yes.
Nigga.
And I'm about to ask that lady, are these... What year?
Bitch, because when this was like at least 10 years ago, she came to visit me. Yeah. And when we went to the bodega then and she found them and was screaming about them, I was like, how old are those, Shariel? Like, I hadn't seen Dunkaroos, and that was 10 years from now. I ain't seen Dunkaroos with a grip, nigga. Like,
yeah, I haven't seen Dunkaroos since, maybe, Clinton was in office.
Yeah, that sounds about right. They had the funfetti ones. They had the chocolate.
It was definitely before 2001, I can tell you. That was before 9/11.
Very before 9/11.
Honestly, probably the last time I had a Dunkaroo... Actually, no, the last time I had Dunkaroos. It was 1993. Because I was living in Ohio. And because, when you live in the Midwest, everything, if it comes in a box, you have to eat it.
Essentially, y'all, all you have to do is go buy you some Teddy Grahams and a can of frosting and dip, and that's a Dunkaroo.
Yeah. But it hit different.
Yeah, everything about the 90s food was like combined. We were very excited about the combined elements of things. What you got?
That was the beginning. That was the beginning of just like American like lethargy and laziness. Like even though we were already lazy,
I was like, we had gotten there.
Like,
I think a little.
Oh no, but it was just introducing the modern era.
Yeah, true.
Something that I can't eat anymore, not because I physically can't, but I just don't understand why we ate them in the general sense. Them cheese crackers with the peanut butter in it.
Nigga, because they are delicious. What do you mean?
It doesn't make sense. Why are these red, orange biscuits attached to like this peanut butter confectioner sugar?
Why do white people put cheddar cheese on apple pie? I don't know.
Because it's delicious.
Because it's delicious. Like those crackers. Nigga, let me tell you something. That is nostalgia. You get you a... now, you do have to have you a good beverage.
That's my point, because if you eat one, like, suicide is never the answer, friends. So, like...
Y'all be sucking down them Popeyes hockey puck biscuits. And you can suck down a cracker with some peanut butter and a drink.
That's also
and
on my
apple
list.
juice. Nothing has that. Get you a cold Martinelli's and a classic cheesy peanut butter cracker. Nigga, you will feel like you're in daycare again. I promise you.
Why can't... Listen, I'm off. Like, I went to Trader Joe's yesterday, and, you know, I saw the peanut butter nuggets with the pretzel. You know, like, I'm on board with that.
Ooh. I turn into a crackhead with those, be perfectly honest.
Gosh.
Like, I get on a binge. When I purchase a can or a tub of peanut butter pretzels, I don't stop for some time until I make myself sick.
Yeah, they're so good, because I at one of my old jobs, one of the assistant directors used to have the big barrel.
Oh yes, the Costco
in like the
tub.
Lobby. I just feel like, well, let me get a cup and just, you know.
And then before you know it, nigga, you had 8 cups.
Exactly, and then I get on the toilet, shaking my head, saying "damn" to myself.
Facts. Be like, ooh, what is going on? I didn't realize I would consume so much protein. Whose turn is it? Yours?
Yours.
Okay, so a lot of peers went up for this snack, and I think my sister really loved these, but I was never a huge fan. So I was also a 70-year-old child. I liked hard candy, but Gushers, fruit Gushers.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, it was really weird having like a candy like nut in your mouth.
Yeah,
you know?
It was like a candied scallop. Ooh, it was just they were thick. They weren't even like pleasant chewy. They were like really thick, and then all of a sudden you get that little pop of high fructose corn syrup in your mouth. Oh. Take it away.
Yeah. Gushers were cool, like, I guess, but they were really never my zhuzh. I always preferred the Scooby-Doo things, the fruit snacks.
Oh, I was a fruit roll-up girl. Or a Welch's fruit snacks.
Oh, I got some.
Nigga, I had to stop eating them because I fucked around and read the ingredients. So
you can't do that after. Listen, you can't. Although we should, but after, if you really, because you don't want to. There's bad things. We got to cancel music and shit, and then you got to cancel snacks.
Listen, nigga, I smoke blunts, okay, and y'all saw me try to cancel those, okay, and we all see my great crash and burn. So,
girl, you see.
First of all,
yes, it is 2:30 in the afternoon.
It's 2:30 and you have a
an egg
McMuffin.
I sure the fuck do. That is where I am in my life.
Okay, well, you know what? I'm just going to co-opt this and go again. Because a food from yesteryear that I still enjoy, I won't allow myself to have it too often, is a tasty Egg McMuffin.
Girl, I have not had one in a long
But I say you have a
periodically
sausage
time.
McMuffin. I eat the Egg McMuffins with the Canadian bacon, aka ham.
You know, I oscillate between. I had two today,
fair.
so I bought two. So I had the one with the ham earlier with the fresh egg, and I knew this one was going to be the sausage because I, am trash and still eat like a college student. Sometimes I know that this has good reheatability.
Oh, I only allow myself about 2 Egg McMuffins a year.
Oh, that's how I feel about McGriddles. Because again, McGriddles will have you shaking your head saying damn to yourself, you know what I mean?
Yeah, anytime I've tried to treat myself with a McGriddle, it always ended poorly. They gave me like something that was old and I realized after a while that it was God speaking to me, and he was like, bitch, if you order another McGriddle, like the last sign I'm gonna give you is I'm gonna let it blow up in your hand. Don't eat no more McGriddles.
Yeah. But you know what's fucked up though? So like right before the pandemic, I discovered that they have a Southwestern chicken McGriddle. So they have So they have a chicken patty on them Molotov pancakes, them oily syrupy pancakes that they have.
No. The only way that could work, that sounds wretched. The only way that could work is if you is it fried?
Yeah.
Oh, I thought you were saying it's grilled.
No, ew, gross.
Ew. I was like,
I don't eat anything grilled from McDonald's. If I'm going to eat yes, America, I still eat McDonald's. And I think McDonald's is one of the greatest places on earth. You know why? Because they are, as trash as the food is, they have kept our people who do not make enough or a lot of money fed for years. You know what I mean? They have given shelter to some of our friends who are homeless and less fortunate. They have the best coffee. Their coffee is a lot better than a lot of places than the one I'm drinking now. And no comment. Because we could have a whole debate.
I mean, listen, I let me bring in some chaos and negativity. They fucked up when they got rid of the orange high C, and they fucked up when they stopped frying the fries and beef tallow.
Listen, me and McDonald, we've gone through it. Okay, like there's been changes, and we have to work through them. I too agree that shit went left when they took out Olestra. You know what I mean? But
I think we both can agree that Burger King is the worst of them all.
So let me tell you. Have you ever watched The Simpsons?
Back in the day, yeah.
Like Krusty Burger is literally Burger King.
It is.
Like how they had like Krusty the Clown had all them zoo animals and shit. Like that's literally Burger King. And you know why I know? Because in the Bronx on 100.
Say less.
I told y'all that story about how I saw that big nigga rat who I know I went to school with at the University of Bridgeport.
University of Bridgeport, you definitely did.
It's like, oh, nigga, I know. That's why I transferred to a real school.
You're like, fuck you, DeVry.
Well, let me go to the real UB. But you know what other food I cannot eat anymore? And as much as I love this, and I think this leads to a larger conversation, but I can't eat soft cheeses anymore.
What? Rest in peace.
Like, eating dairy in general, and I've talked about this before, my struggles with dairy, with my skin, but also, like, shit just isn't worth it, you know? Like...
Really? Ooh,
yeah, like... Yeah, nah, I can't. I can't. And I love brie is my favorite cheese ever. It goes with
Havarti.
everything. Brie goes with like chicken, crackers, dessert.
I'm gonna go eat some brie right after this.
I used to make
Oh, you can't do no Gouda.
so every now and again I still do. Like I still cheat. I just shouldn't do this, but I do. Like just like with Chick-fil-A with the spicy chicken sandwich. I can't eat that shit either.
Why?
I still do it. I think it's just spicy foods in general I can't really handle like that. Listen, the nigga got heartburn.
Oh, you
And
just
acid
gotta
reflux.
you take you a little tablespoon of baking soda
Yeah,
and put it in
again.
some warm water.
And then the next morning, I'm on the toilet shaking my head saying, damn to myself.
What the fuck is going on today? And the Citizen app is not doing its thing.
Maybe another van ran into another house.
Let's see.
You know?
Oh, wait a minute. Oh, no, I wouldn't have heard that over here.
Like, around here we go to work.
This is 2 miles away. Anyway, so...
Does it do location based, or can I look at my old neighborhood and see?
I think you can. I think it's wherever you put your thingy. You can do it by location or put your thingy, your address.
Oh.
Oh Lord!
I'm
They got
interested.
live footage. Who takes this footage?
Informants. Or niggas who post shit on Facebook Live before they call the authorities.
I hate them so much.
Look at my car accident. Did you call the police? No, not yet.
Listen,
What
let me
the
tell you. You know whose energy that I carry bigly? Amber Riley's, okay? Because I seen that video the other day. She said, I'm not the 1, the 2, or the 3. I said, big fucking energy. She was like, I'm not pulling my phone out to videotape y'all. I'm just going to whoop your ass.
I'm mad they spit on her. Ooh, I would. Ooh.
Let me tell you about... nope, you can't.
I was actually near the place.
Nick Ken and me.
Yeah.
No.
I actually thought about her the other day because I was at the Grove, and that's where I had dinner with her once. With her and Jordan Sparks. And
I keep hearing about this Grove, but I don't know what it is, honestly.
The Grove is a outdoor mall, kind of.
Oh.
Damn, you've never been to San Jose. I was say it's like Santana Row, but
I just
we'll go when you come.
I imagine
Like,
the
it's-
Grove. Anytime I ever heard it, I just automatically, see like the Veuve Clicquot Polo Classic. I don't know.
It's kind of like it, honestly. It's like fake uppity, but it's like the size of like it's not a big space.
That's
But the farmers market is where you shine, though, because the farmers market is attached to the Grove, and the farmer. We have been. Didn't you and I go to the farmers market?
No.
Okay, maybe not. All right, maybe not. But I went out there and I had fresh squeezed strawberry juice. It was delicious.
Ooh. Oh, you know
Yeah,
what I
it's
miss? I need to get me a good glass of carrot juice. Ooh, have you ever had a good cold glass of carrot juice? It's delicious.
At Caribbean Vibes around the corner from your house.
Shout out to the Caribbean Vibes where that old Jamaican lady was wearing a 9 Inch Nails beanie, and I was dying laughing. I was like, that's a nice hat. And she looked at me with the most evil fucking look.
Of course you did.
You know I couldn't resist. Oh, man, where'd she get that? I seen that 9 Inch Nails logo, and I was
Like,
dying.
girl, where'd you get
I
this
had
from?
Stacey Ann. She was a good 65.
Terry Ann. Terry Ann, where you get this?
No, she
What's
was
the-
old.
what's-
She was old West Indian. Her name was like Beverly. Shit.
Oh,
Yeah, that's why it was so funny.
who's next on your list?
Who's next? A food that I used to thoroughly enjoy, and I don't give a fuck. Ooh, it used to be my after-school snack. It was really a meal, and I think I've said it before. But Chef Boyardee's beefaroni.
Oh, wow.
And I weirdly had like hard cravings for it in my first trimester of my pregnancy. I hadn't touched a can of beefaroni in a smooth, 15 17 years before that. But in my first trimester of my pregnancy, I wanted everything trash. Like, I was craving.
Oh, I remember.
Yeah, you remember? I was craving McDonald's. I was craving Chef Boyardee. I was craving Kraft. Like, I was like, what is going on?
Yeah. I loved when you were first pregnant because I got to eat all the trash shit that I
would
wanted.
call him out and be like, let's go get fries.
Went to the Olive Garden and everything, girl.
Did. Had whole ass trash food dates.
Red Lobster. It was a wang.
When I tell you, it was shit that I do not eat, and then magically my first trimester came to an end and my second trimester kicked in, and I didn't want any. I was like, ugh, what's that?
Like,
was I? I was like, I don't even want this shit. So, but yes, there was a time in my life where I thoroughly enjoyed a Chef Boyardee's beefaroni, honey.
Yeah, you know, another thing that I can't eat anymore, and I think a lot of people will agree with this, like candy, and more specifically, like the candies that are next to like when you check out. So like I used to be big on like Snickers. I had Snickers the other day. It was actually really good, but I was also very high and hungry. But like Twix, I can't eat anymore, and I used to stand Twix. However, the peanut butter Twix still knocks. Like,
I like Halloween size candy. It's just enough.
Yeah, like I can't eat Reese's anymore. I don't know if a lot of these things. I will say, I feel like they've changed either they've changed the formula, or I just outgrew the shit because or your taste buds changed because I'm like.
Because I told you about when I had that Baja Blast. That shit tasted like sweet chemicals. Oh, it was so nasty. I said, did Mountain Dew switch it up, or is it me? The fuck? Yo, what's happening today?
Like a goddamn animal.
Hush, Drusilla. So,
and it's like
they got their doors open. Like, what the fuck?
Like, are they in front? Like, mind you, why are they coming?
Like, are they humping your door? Nigga, it sounds like they're right there.
I know. Hold on. What the fuck?
Take your black ass in the house and shut your damn dog up. XD peeking out the door like Miss Benita. Here he come.
Maintenance is there to fix something in her crib or whatever, and so the dog is like going crazy.
Oh, okay. Stranger danger.
And then another neighbor was coming out. Like, I don't know what's going on with the neighborhood. It was all peace and quiet, and all of a sudden they want to fill up the building, and now I gotta move and shit.
You already see this American Horror Story outside my windows.
Yeah, I don't know.
Now I will tell you. Now what I was going to tell you. Now I haven't had this in a long time, so maybe it doesn't hit the same. It's probably too sweet for me now that I'm thinking about it. But one of them Snickers ice cream bars.
Oh my God.
I haven't had that in a grip, but they used to.
I haven't had that in a coon's age, but they will forever knock.
They went, honey. Peanuts, caramel, ice cream, and chocolate in a frozen treat.
What is not to learn?
Okay?
Okay?
Who are you?
Right. Which
Unless
is so
you're
odd
allergic
because,
to peanuts.
Right, because Snickers in general is like a hit or miss, but like the ice cream bar, honey, they did that.
Mini Snickers hits always, though, because it's just enough. I'm going to tell you what's useless, a Three Musketeers bar. Get that shit out of here.
Don't you dare.
Man, fuck that fucking... Is it or a Milky Way?
First of all, a Milky Way is just a Snicker without nuts.
It's okay.
You probably don't like. You probably do Three Musketeers because it's the mousse shit in the chocolate.
Yeah.
I love Three Musketeers.
Nah, fuck that.
But I also have not had one in.
I'm a simple girl. I loved me a Mr. Goodbar.
Oh yeah, you really are 70. That's my grandmother's favorite
Nigga,
candy bar.
I know. I ate Mr. Goodbars in hard sprees.
Yeah.
I go to bodega, I get Mr. Goodbar hard sprees and a pickle, and I'm like, you got a little savory, a little sweet, some nuts.
Right.
That was my treat at the bodega. A pickle, a Mr. Goodbar, a roll of hard sprees, and a Pepsi.
Oh,
An after school snack, nigga.
Yeah, you like all the candies like my grandmother ate. She loved a good Mr. Goodbar. She loved the Boston baked bean.
No, I don't like those. But I do love a lemon head.
Oh,
But
that's my
fuck
mother.
a hot tamale.
Oh, my mother stands hot tamales still.
That
to
means
this
she likes
day.
Mike and Ike's too, don't she?
She does. My mother also still chews big red gum. So that should
So
also
does my
let you
grandma.
know.
But I told you my grandma dresses like Carol Baskin, so
Yeah.
it's on brand.
I also discovered that there is a food that I can't eat anymore, even though it tastes a lot better here. But avocado.
No, nigga, it's
weird.
No, it's
I don't
not.
know. My stomach just be like, again, I'd be on the throne shaking my head saying damn to myself.
Ooh, dame aguate. I love it.
I will say they do taste better here, Avi. But like
yes.
But still it's just
Nigga, I be eating
And they-
avocados like
and they
ice when I come
stay-
out there.
No, and they stay trying to like put that shit in my smoothies and shit. I just be like, girl,
Making
this is
avocado
Jamba
pudding and
Juice.
shit.
No, I'm
No,
straight.
I
like
love.
115.
Give me a little avocado sliced, throw a little lime on it, maybe a little tagine, or just some straight up salt and pepper. I love avocado. Well, you talked about a useless cracker earlier. I feel like the times we would eat these, like nobody really enjoyed them, but I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong. But them fucking handy snacks, the Ritz cracker with the fucking cheese spread. And the little red stick.
That's along with them damn
This is
cheesy
worse.
crackers or whatever.
This is worse. At least you have some protein in the other one. The other one is tasty. What the fuck?
Fuck is going on? Like nothing, mind you, nothing ever really. Yesterday, nothing fucking happened. It was dead silent, and all of a sudden, every motherfucker want to be in front of my door.
You know Mercury's in throw to fade, so that's what's happening. Fuck nigga. We'll just talk louder. Whose turn is it? Yours. It's your turn.
Yeah. We got two more.
Okay.
So I have a this is controversial.
Uh-oh.
It's food I can no longer eat, and it breaks my heart because I don't know if my mouth sensitivity has changed, but I can't eat Cinnamon Toast Crunch anymore.
Whoa! I don't even
I
buy it
know.
no more, but
It like
damn.
scratches. It scratches. It makes my mouth itchy. It's weird.
Oh, that
You know how like when you eat like Captain Crunch and it like scrapes the roof of your mouth and shit like that.
Yeah, but you just power through it because it's delicious.
Yeah, but I can't. I can't do it anymore. I don't like. It's a lot.
Just Cinnamon Toast Crunch?
That and well, obviously Captain Crunch because of
Oh,
and I don't like Crunch Berry, so I only like the regular.
that's the
I only like
controversial
the
thing.
yellow.
You don't like Crunch Berries?
Do you know what my favorite cereal was growing up?
Shredded wheat like mine?
crackling oat bran.
Worse. If you were gonna say grape nuts, I would have ended this whole shit.
No one ever buys grape nuts. No one in the history of anything has ever purchased grape nuts.
That's a lie.
Grape nuts.
There's gonna be 12 niggas popping up right now tell you they grandma bought.
I love grape nuts. That just lets me know that you are informants. Okay,
right? I'm like, oh, never invite them to the party.
Yeah, no. How did you find us if you eat grape nuts, nigga? Like, why on earth would you tell me in a cereal, in a commercial? And I will never forget. Okay, you eat it cold and or warm. Why would you? First of all, why would you put milk in a microwave? I will never forget that commercial.
Unless you make it
why on
oatmeal.
earth?
And then
Unless
you
if
should
you're
not
making
be making that in the
oatmeal.
microwave.
And why is it called grape nuts? There's no grapes in it.
And there ain't no nuts.
None. None. Who are the people down at Post Cereal? Where's Donna at? Or Diana? Diana Hunter.
Them little pokey things that they used to be in the side of like Adidas slides?
Mm-hmm.
That's what grape nuts are. Just a big old bowl of useless.
Where is Diana Hunter from them damn Post Cereal commercials to explain the fuck to me what the hell grape nuts are?
Wait, okay, you know what? I'm about to Google it. Hold on.
Grape nuts got them.
Are they even still in business? Do they even still make grape nuts? Yes, they do.
I hope.
Hold on.
Who eats them?
Somebody power packed with nutrition. Okay, let me see.
If you're gonna eat that, at least eat.
Why do they have 5 stars? That's a lot.
Grape nuts.
I no longer
That's
trust
disgusting.
ratings. High in
You know
fiber,
what?
we know.
Obviously, only old people. You know who eats grape nuts? Probably the people who watch CBS.
It's true. Grape nuts are nothing but a bowl full of wheat.
Yeah, like if you have Jag in your regular and Walker Texas Ranger in your regular, viewing schedule.
You know what I'm saying?
And if you're
Your
feeling
favorite
real
actress
froggy,
is Angela Winbush. I mean, not Angela Winbush.
Right?
Is Angela Winbush?
Like
that's the
no.
singer. Angela
Or
Lansbury.
Angela Lansbury. if you still watch like NCIS, the original,
Wait.
you know what I mean? You do.
I like shredded wheat.
Okay, that's fine.
That's different, though. At least the wheat is shredded. Grape nuts, the wheat is clustered.
Like, what do you mean, grape nuts? What the fuck?
Who are you?
Like, oh my god.
I don't trust
But
you.
anyway, I don't. But yeah, that's the cereals I can't no longer eat anymore. I also am surprised that my mother, like, I was allowed to eat pretty much anything growing up within reason.
Mm-hmm.
But like, I wasn't pouring sugar down my throat. But pretty much, my mother allowed me to like eat anything because her thing was, I'm going to work. So,
Get you some Kid Caboodles and some Lunchables, some Kraft mac and cheese, some Chef Boyardee.
Right.
It was a summer, nigga.
Exactly. Because remember, if I wasn't doing anything, I was going to Nancy's, and Nancy was making me Fluffernutter sandwiches.
Oh, that's worse.
And shit like that.
Your mother really wasn't monitoring.
Told you. I guess I really did have a nanny.
You had a nanny, nigga, and not a good one.
But like I don't even.
You know what?
how
You didn't have no nanny. You had a babysitter.
I did. Thank you.
You had a babysitter.
Thank you.
Actually, nah. You had a nanny. Nah, she used to run errands for your mother. Yeah, it was a nanny. Shout out to your mother for having a white woman pick up her dry cleaning and shit, though.
Hey.
Oh my God! Before I do my second to last, actually, I'll do my second. No, before I do it. Speaking of slavery,
Oh my god.
oh, nigga, I saw all the terrible reviews for Antebellum, so I watched that shit. It is so bad.
Oh no.
Do you remember what I told you? Did I tell it on this show when I went to that fucking? I didn't know what the fuck this shit was. It was a interactive play where they you remember, and then they let you choose if you was gonna be white or black, and it was
White or
like
black, yes.
I was like, what in the traumatic fuck is this? It's essentially, I don't give a fuck about ruining this. I don't give a fuck.
Girl, you know I do not care.
Because I thought it was like some Jordan Peele, like dystopian, or like, you know, somebody jumped in a time machine. I didn't know. Nigga, Antebellum was it was supposed to be a Civil War reenactment park. But white people was wilding on the low, and they was running a slave ring and kidnapping niggas and bringing them to this Civil War reenactment park and making them be slaves.
What the fuck?
And you know who the leader of it was, who was bringing all the slaves in?
Carol Baskin.
No, nigga, it was the little girl from Stepmother. With Julia
Oh
Roberts.
my God.
She's grown now, but she looks the same. Got the same
What the
teeth and
fuck?
everything. But she makes the same stupid ass faces. Yeah, she was the racist white woman. So Janelle Monáe was this high powered, like she was Brittany Packnett Cunningham. That's not shade, because I love Brittany. That's who she was, though. She was
Same.
giving TED Talks and like social commentary, political commentary, writing books and shit. You know, being a phenomenal black woman. And she goes on this she goes on a work trip, and these white people kidnap her because she had too much mouth out in these streets, and this white man had to have her, which was the girl from Stepmom's daddy, who was the one who was in charge of the whole thing, but she's the one who would like recruit the people to be slaves. And essentially Janelle Monáe Cunningham she got snatched up from one of her TED Talks. She got in the Uber, and it wasn't her Uber, it was them, and they took her there, and then she became Harriet Tubman trying to free all of the non-slaves. And then and like all the black people looked at her like, bitch, how the fuck we gonna get out of here, bitch? I'm trying to go back to Atlanta. And and then finally one of the overseers falls asleep, and she snatches his cell phone up and like calls her husband and is able to tell him that it was a mess. Like, they were branding niggas. They were like, it was terrible. Like, it was some traumatic things in there, like some trigger warning things, but all in all, the movie as a whole, sorry, it was.
You know, did I ever tell you the story about this guy that approached me about doing something like that, like a
What?
real life?
Oh, yes, you did. No, sir.
Yeah.
Y'all better not. Anybody if there's any interracial relationships who listen to the show, the white, y'all better not do no, you may not.
Yeah, I am. That's a little too much. That's a little too much.
And if you in an interracial relationship and the other person ever asked you if they could, you better reevaluate some things.
Listen, we'll talk about race play one day.
Yeah,
and how
one
it's
day.
not okay.
It's never okay. Never okay.
You know, I always, I try not to kink shame, but that's one thing I will.
Oh yeah, no, we're not doing. There's a couple things. Nah. That baby shit, I'm not fucking with that either. That shit is weird, and I can't. My second to last item, the Dan and Sprinklins. Why the fuck would you ever give kids sprinkles and yogurt? What the fuck? I remember the first time my mother bought that, I said, this ain't ice cream. I would put no sprinkles in my yogurt, nigga.
Oh my gosh. I used to. My mother would never buy them for me, or like the Danimals or whatever. She would never buy that for me. She would always be like, if I'm going to buy yogurt, you just go eat the one I eat. So I had Yoplait. I didn't have no damn tricks to go or whatever the
Ooh,
fuck. I just
shit.
had
Smart ones. You had Weight Watchers yogurt and shit.
I do not. I just. No, ma'am. That is so funny. You know what? My last one. And I judge myself for this a lot, because I still continue to consume this product way after I knew the perils of such product. But I know now. You know what I mean? Like, when you know better, you try to do better. But now that I know, no for a fact.
No, we both just admitted that we eat egg McMuffins sometimes.
Yeah, but I'm really, but I stopped consuming this product about, because there's a reason why I used to use this product in college to make other stuff, but
Baking
Tampico.
soda? Oh.
Close.
Right? I was like, because Tampico definitely is an element of crack.
Yeah, it is, absolutely. Because they used to use Tampico to make like the jungle juice and shit like on college campus.
That's because it cost 79 cents.
Right. So I remember probably the last time I had it was probably the night I met Aisha K. Faines. If you don't know her, she's fabulous, wonderful writer. She's on the Grapevine TV. She's a columnist for Zora. Like, whatever. She's my friend in real life. Okay. And we met in college. And we met at a Q party out at Yale. And, they have this thing called Q oil, and it's golden and shit. And
I'm sorry, what? These niggas pee
it's
on
called
you? What?
No, it's a concoction. How they have Kappa juice and apple, whatever. Well, they had Q oil. And it was golden, and I had a few sips of that, and
what was in it? Goldschlager?
Tampico and other things.
Oh no!
College drinks. It's like it's like 9 different like grain alcohols and like 19 pounds
jungle
of sugar.
Juice, yeah, which is a really bad combination.
Yeah, that's what gives you the damn hangover.
That's what it is. All that damn sugar.
Yeah, but Tampico, I can no longer drink it. I don't know why that's not on like a scheduled drug list. Like, you know what I mean?
Oh yeah,
like,
they need to have it on the airport list of things you're not allowed to bring in. Like,
right? I don't know how that's not a Schedule 1 drug. I don't like put it up there with cocaine and heroin.
Yeah,
like
and Hawaiian
Tampico
punch.
is
because neither one
like
of them
Tampico
get cold. Neither one of them get cold.
What? How do you defy science, nigga? Like
that's crazy. Y'all don't question.
Yeah. Just like this don't dissolve.
No, it don't.
I'm going to shit this hole tomorrow, shaking my head, saying "damn" to myself.
Did I eat corn? Did I eat a sausage McMuffin? All right. Well, my very last one. I mentioned it briefly, but not as I just mentioned it in passing. The Hungry Child meals, kid cuisines.
Fuck them little apples that mixed it with the corn.
The little styrofoam brownie.
Child.
They give
that
us
was the first time we ever got
it. The little corn juice be sneaking into the chicken nuggets, and the nuggets be half soggy.
And then have the nerve to have pudding sometimes, so you gotta remove the skin because it's hot. Like what? What the fuck were they feeding us in? No, ma'am.
No.
But I used to did fuck up some kid cuisine.
Let me tell you something. A Friday night, you get some TGIF and a kid cuisine, nigga.
Yes, and
lit.
go to Blockbuster.
Okay.
You be up there eating, watching the Addams Family.
So I'm saying, eat mac and cheese and corn, chicken nuggets and pudding, and watching Adventures in Babysitting, nigga. It was the best thing ever.
Don't tell mom the babysitter's dead, nigga.
Lean on me, whatever. Like, on Friday.
Yes. Lituation.
Well, I have plenty more, but we'll have to save that for a part 2.
Mm-hmm.
I have plenty more. Please do not tweet us and tell us what we did not say.
Yeah, we'll have tons more.
Somebody was like, y'all did not. I thought this was about forgotten girl groups, the Spice Girls, where I was like, first of all, Stan Spice. We didn't say. I said forgotten. I said of yesteryear, of all kinds of things. Y'all know we talk about everything.
And you also know we be high. Right.
And we can't fit everything in. Y'all have a 7-hour episode. Nobody wants that. Right. So way too much me and you.
Way too much.
Thank you all for listening. We love you bigly.
Yeah.
You know we your cousins. Your cousins cuss you out sometimes.
And it's all love.
It's like, nigga, don't do that shit. That's how it is.
But we love you
We
all.
do.
Thank you for supporting us and continuing to do so. Remember to follow us on all social media platforms, individually and together. You could also subscribe to our Patreon as well as Jay's Patreon, and subscribe to my YouTube channel and follow me on Scener. I stream every Thursday, 7 p.m. Eastern, 4 p.m. Pacific. I do watch The Hills, but we are going to incorporate other things to the schedule. So I talk and we watch shit together. And it's a good time. Anything else?
No, nigga, that's it.
All right, bye.
Bye.